back to the channel, fam. Welcome back to the channel. This is Brian, the introverted marketer, and it ain't hard to tell, it's simple. Now listen, fam, I'm be transparent from the jump. I do have Vsub on a lifetime deal, but at the time of this recording, Thursday, December 18, 2025, it is no longer on a lifetime deal. But here's why. I'm gonna show you why, rather. I still think, even though it's on a monthly plan, why I think you should definitely consider picking it up and adding it to your toolbox if you're a content creator, digital marketer, or otherwise. There's plenty of things that you can create with it, and I'm gonna take you through it, from quiz games to AI videos, Reddit stories, fake text messages, Roblox rants. The list goes on and on. And recently, they just added the 16 by 9 family. Before it was all 9 by 16. So you know your TikToks, your Instagram, Snapchat, things of that nature that you could do with Vsub regular. But now, if you want to do your long form videos, you could do that, and you could see the added creepy comic, Pixar, 90s, Disney, Studio Ghibli, regular cartoons, Simpsons, satirical, anime, historical, polished, comic realism, cinematic, dark comic. They added a whole bunch of different things. So you really could create some unique long form content to get your audience engaged. And here's some of the options here. Everything from Roblox rants to would you rathers. And I had a channel doing a would you rather, and I was covering down on Reddit stories just a little bit. I even had a channel doing the X Twitter thing. But the thing is, with these viral type videos, if you don't hit like a certain formula, it really is really hit or miss. And in my opinion, depending solely on just content for AdSense, it doesn't make any sense. You need to be selling a product or a service or trying to get a sponsorship, because people can come and go. Some days your content will be good and some days your content will be bad. But if you have a loyal following that's tapped in with you, then all of that, it don't really matter. Because if you pitching something to your audience and they trust you, you can always go from there. So we're gonna go ahead and create some content. I'm gonna show you the ins and outs of the Vsub. I think it's a great tool to have, even on the monthly, because you could do everything from here: long form, short form. And now they added some things where you can actually animate the videos. Yes, family, you can animate the videos. But of course, we got to go back to the pricing before we get into anything. So you see, it's no annual, so it's no discount if you pay for things up front. It starts off at $29 a month for 5,000 credits, $49 for 10,000 credits, and $99 for 2,500 credits. But also, whatever plan you on, you pay $1 for 300 credits to top up. And you can export minutes up to 2 minutes on the starter, export videos up to 10 minutes on the pro, and export videos up to 20 minutes on the premium. So they really try to incentivize you locking in at a 99 if you doing those long form videos where maybe you just, because I seen it on YouTube, family. People that do these videos with like characters, different scenes going back and forth, and then they'll have the voice talking over. It might be something like dealing with philosophy or something going on in the world, and people monetize that way. And if you don't want to have to use CapCut or do anything like that, this is definitely a tool where you can do something like that. So, cancel the plan, you can do it in the back. Unfortunately, they don't refund, so once you lock in, you get locked in. Credits don't carry over, so they really try to be transparent up front. It's a use or lose system. I respect it. And of course, you could top up credits at any given time. So right here, they basically give an estimation of how many videos you can make. And so many videos in 1 minute for each plan. And yes, you can actually tap in with your voice on 11 Labs if you have that. So really the sweet spot, if you're going to make a business out of it, like you see some of these channels on YouTube, the sweet spot really is like the pro plan, because the pro plan lets you do videos up to 10 minutes. And really all you need is a video about 7 to 8 minutes with some nice scenes to keep the audience engaged while the voiceover speaks to the audience about whatever the topic is. And you kind of just go from there. So with that being said, I just want to show you right here, video rendering, speech to text, credits course right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get logged in. They also have a Discord community. I'm tapped in with that. Oh, also before we even get tapped in, they do have gameplays. So if you do want to use like gameplays, like if you're doing like Reddit stories, or I'm not too familiar with the Roblox rant niche, you could come in and you buy gameplays and they're all unique. People usually buy them up pretty quick because this is big business, right? Yesterday when I was checking it out, when I was thinking about doing a video, they had a whole bunch of Roblox videos here, but now all you see is Minecraft. So people really come in and they buy these videos up real quick. So you can see them on their lifetime. I tapped in with them about a year or so ago, and I just been fortunate that they honor the terms of the deal. And that's why what I tell you, family, with the lifetime deals, it's hit or miss. You take that risk, and sometimes in the end, you benefit. You see, they switched over, they stopped the lifetime deals, but I locked in. I paid about $600, and I've been faithfully being getting renewed with 2,500 credits a month. And if you actually go and look into the history, I was playing around with it yesterday. Well, a few days ago when I was prepping the video, but something had happened, so I ended up scrapping the video. But everything is there. Like you see, it has me locked in on a premium, but on my account it says lifetime. So I'm really thinking about getting locked in and doing some content, some long form content, because I got the credits to do it, but nothing short form. None of these Roblox rants or the fake text or the quiz games. Well, if I do the quiz games, it's gonna be long form, because with YouTube or TikTok and stuff like that, it really takes a lot of views. And honestly, if you do not have content that's able to go viral right away, doing a short form, it don't make no sense. On YouTube, it takes like 3 million views or something in like 90 days to get monetized. And every platform has their own different ways of doing things. So you can see here we have all these options right here, even the legacy. Shout out the old AI video. But we're gonna get tapped in on this video with the AI video V2. I know these are all interesting right here, and I may do some more content on these. You know, I normally do a video covering down on everything, but on this video, I'm gonna probably just focus more on the AI video V2. You see the Roblox rant is trending. Just maybe I could stretch the series out and do just focus more on 2 or 3 at a time instead of trying to do an hour-long video. You might not want to see a whole hour-long video on me covering everything. But we'll see how it goes. But let's get tapped in with the AI video V2. So you can see here, we got all these styles here. And of course, we got the 11 labs. And you can, you can change the speed, the stability, similarity, the style exaggeration. And I already got my voice tapped in. That's private. A rainbow is nature's promise after every rain. So that's me because, I had the account with 11 labs. I have my voice trained on the premium. So you could just drag your voice into there. You do a script and it goes from there. Now right here, I will use something like Subscriber. And if you're interested in what Subscriber is, there'll be a link in the description below. I will use something like Subscriber and probably do a voiceover script for something. And then I would pick one of these styles or whatever niche I'm trying to get into and go from there. Matter of fact, hold on one second, family. All right, family. I went on a bit of a side quest to make this video. I tapped in with Subscriber, checked out a channel, did a script. Love this channel. I'm subscribed. Well, not on this account. On the other account, I'm subscribed. But back to Vsub. So you see, we got the script right here. And I think I do want to test out. I don't think creepy fits for this, for what I want to do right here. Maybe we can go with cinematic. We'll go with cinematic. And then we could try some of these other ones and see how they moving. I think we're going to go with my voice because it's going to be me. And then we'll hit continue. And then it's going to generate the scenes, generate the voiceover, and it's going to generate the media files. Now, family, the thing that's really cool, is really dope about Vsub is that they've come a long way from still images. Before it was just still images. It would be there for like 1 to 5 seconds and then it would go over to the next image. But now you can actually make these images come alive, like move around. So that's what's really going to make it like possible to do these kind of videos inside of Vsub if you're trying to like run a channel where the focus is more so on the topic that's being spoken about and the image is just there, or the visuals is just there to keep the people engaged. So that would just be the workflow. But you can see it takes a little minute right here. Nothing too crazy, but you just have to have a little patience because it's generating all that stuff. And really, the script is only about 2 minutes, so it shouldn't take that long to do what it need to do. But we almost there. We on the last leg right now. It's generating the media files, creating all the images and stuff like that. And then when we go to the images, I'm gonna show you how you can actually modify them to where they become like moving images, like, and then you could put it together, make like everything is just like moving, which is really dope. So here's how it looks, and you can see it's here in about 1 minute and 42 seconds. Let's just hear how it sounds first. The algorithm watches your habits. It detects predictable patterns before you do. Low effort loops get deprioritized fast. You think you're consistent. The algorithm sees stale. Predictable kills reach. It tracks uploads, thumbnails, titles, spots templating over creating. Recycled hooks, repeated angles, safe topics. Predictable equals low value. Repeat channels get less distribution. Same intro. So we don't need to listen to all that. But you can see here, you can change the voiceover. Like, and of course, when you want to do anything here, it costs you credits. So if you wanted to change what the character is saying, you could do that. If you want to change where the voice is coming from, you can do that. So this is really customizable. Like, you could really do some unique things with Vsub, and that's what I like about it. Because unlike other tools, where it's a lot of things that's involved, yeah, you don't have to pay credits, but it's a lot of manual work. And even though this is more so manual work as well, you just using credits to generate. You're not necessarily moving things around. You're just gonna be like, okay, I want to do this. I want it to be here, and then you just hit generate, and then it goes from there. Right? You don't like the image, you could you could add another image, you could regenerate the image, or you could upload an image yourself. But really, in this video, what I want to do is I just want to animate the image, right? And the prompts is optional, and we don't need to go too crazy, but I just want you to know on this plan, you can go up to 12 seconds and you can go up to 1080p, but that's going to cost you a grip right there. It's 840 credits. So if you did want to do 1080p, I would recommend keeping it between like 2 to 3 seconds. If you're going for 1080p, 210 credits, it might seem like a lot, but it's just enough to keep the people engaged. They see characters moving, doing something on the screen, and then it shifts over. It's not gonna take too long. So I think 3 credits is fine. And for this demo video, we don't need 1080p. If it's gonna cost 70 credits, 720p is gonna get it done just fine. It's gonna cost 90 credits. And of course, there's the replicate account to save 70% on animating costs. So that's also an option here you have. And that's another thing I like about Vsub is that you don't have to go ahead and spend all your credits there. You could just connect your replicate account and you could do that. And actually in this video, I want to show you that right now. So stand by. So you can see right here, family, it gives you some instructions. I already have a GitHub account because I'm already tapped in with GitPage, and in order to use GitPage, you need GitHub. So we're already done with that. I got a couple GitHub accounts. So add your payment method to Replicate to top up some credits, $10 for example, which I just did. So create your Replicate API key and copy it. So boom, here we are. Here's how Replicate looks. Well, replicate. I created the account. I added the payment method, and of course we can run AI with the API. So really, I want to show you that you do have options matter. You do have options and that they matter. You can see right now, just put $10 in, just for demonstration purposes. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy my API key, paste it in, and then I'll tap back in with y'all. Now then, the whole purpose right here of linking the replicate account is so that you can understand that you gotta weigh how much it costs to buy the credits going through Vsub versus you funding and paying for videos yourself. Now, we can go all the way to the top for 1080p, going for 12 seconds. It's going to cost you just about under $1. If you want to go for about 3 seconds, it's going to cost you 18 cents. 720p, 8 cents. So this right here is just to show you that if you want to save money and you really going to try to build a business out of this, ideally you get the lower plan or the mid plan, so you could have videos that's like up to 10 minutes, which is ideally what you would need if you're trying to make a channel. You get the middle plan, and then once you burn through those credits, instead of just paying Vsub, and the credits might be a little bit more expensive, you just have your replicate account right there. You just put some money in there, and then you're good to go. Now, I'm not gonna spend the credits I have in my replicate account because I already have credits here, but the whole purpose of that was just showing you that you do have options, and I did want to show you what the estimated cost would be when you're using replicate. I'm still gonna do 720p though, so we could go ahead and unlink that. What I don't like is that you can't like switch it off. Like, okay, you see how like 90 credits, that sounds a little bit crazy right there compared to what the replicate costs. I don't like how, like, if you link your account, you can't switch over and say, okay, I want to use my credits instead of using my replicate account and just have this on the back burner to tap in once my credits run out. So we're gonna tap in with 720p. We're gonna animate for 3 seconds, and we're not gonna put any prompt because the prompt's optional. I just want to see what the AI comes up with. We'll animate it, and then we'll go from there. Once it's done, tap back in. Now I would do the full screen, family, but every time I do it, it defaults back to my wallpaper. And you're not here to see the wallpaper, you're here to see the video. But just want to show you with the picture-in-picture playing. It's just the gentleman there typing. Now someone like me, having tools like GenSpark and Google Nano Banana, Gemini, when it comes to the photorealistic, there's plenty of options, so I'm not worried about how the quality is. We're just demoing the animation features, being able to animate the images right here inside of Vsub. And if we wanted to add another image, we could, but that's fine right there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and animate all these. And then once we get to the end, we can check out the video, check out a little bit and see how it looks with each person just being animated. So stand by, family. Sorry about that, family. So the video kind of cut off, but I went through the process and the video's done. We're not gonna look at the entire video, but we're gonna check it out. So let's go ahead and do it. The algorithm watches your habits. It detects predictable patterns before you do. Low effort loops get deprioritized fast. You think you're consistent. The algorithm sees stale. Predictable kills reach. It tracks uploads, thumbnails, titles, spots templating over creating. Recycled hooks, repeated angles, safe topics. Predictable equals low value. Repeat channels get less distribution. Same intro, same structure, same energy. Formula thumbnails without variation. Comfort zone topics. Retention that never improves. The algorithm rewards effort shifts, not So the point is, family, it's not about the quality of the video, because definitely you want to make sure that the images and everything is coherent, but you see how it's just quickly just goes from moving image to moving image to moving image to moving image, and then it has the voice there. Now, even if you didn't want to do the voice, you could at the same time download that same video, upload it into a software like Video Pad by NCH or whatever you choose. Take that video, you do the voiceover, you read the script. But the point is, you could do the entire video right inside of Vsub, and it don't cost you nothing but your Vsub credits. Or if you use your replicate, you can use the credits there. So that's the AI video. I think it's a great tool right there. If you're not a fan of CapCut or any of these other tools, where you kind of got to do a lot of things manually, this does a lot of the legwork for you. And also, I want to remind you, I didn't add anything into the prompt, so you can direct your characters to do certain things. And also, if we head back, you see you have different options. I just chose a cinematic. Now with Vsub, they're not using Nano Banana, they're not using the latest and greatest. Probably Stable Diffusion at best with their cinematic. But you see that they have different graphics and things that you can choose right here if you want to do your videos. And once again, the limit for the scripts is very generous, so you have a lot of options there. And really, I think that this is great that they offer the long form, because originally they didn't have the long form. Everything was 9:16. So I'm definitely going to be tapping in with Vsub to do some more long form content. I'm not sure too much about the niche just yet, but definitely going to be tapping in here. I got Genspark. There's a couple tools I could use to really make it happen. I did use about 5,000 credits. I went a little crazy, went over the limit, but that's neither here nor there. That was just me doing a little bit too much. You could see the history right here of all the credits I was using. But definitely could do some videos here. Make the images move to keep the audience engaged and just go from there. And that's just the AI. That's just the AI video too. It's a great feature right here. Not gonna lie. Now we do have other tools over here, like the Roblox ramp. I'm not too sure about that. A lot of people are into the fake text, and of course they have the quiz game. But with the quiz game, I see that they do not have the 16:9. Do they have that? They don't have it. So I wouldn't do it. The only way I would do any of these other niches is to do the 16:9, just to get people to engage with the content longer and do things like that. Especially the Would You Rather. Would You Rather is a great niche. It's evergreen. People are always going to be looking in Would You Rathers. I was running a channel with Would You Rathers. Got about 700 subscribers. Nothing too crazy. Because really, it's all about the kind of content that you put in your Would You Rathers. It's hit or miss if you're going to go viral. If the content isn't great, you kind of just stay where you are. But definitely, I recommend you check out Vsub. The pricing is pretty reasonable, especially since you can use a replicate API key to cut your cost up to 70%, and you don't even have to pay for Vsub. You just pay the $29. You get these credits as additional, and you're just paying the access to use the platform. But definitely check out Vsub. I'm gonna be doing some more videos on Vsub, covering the other niches, but I don't want to make this a 2-hour long video covering each niche, trying to create content in each niche. I just want to show that brief example right there of how you could use Vsub with the AI video V2 to create some long form content. You can make your images move, and really you have a lot of customization options. But let me know what your thoughts are on Vsub in the comment section below. Drop your opinions right there. And with that being said, I'm going to end the video right here. This is Brian, the introverted marketer, and it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. I'm going to catch you on the next video, family. Peace.